probably one of the most famous speeches in American history, an I Have a Dream speech, which the most famous line in that speech from the Lincoln Memorial, he quotes the founding documents. By the way, the left wants to tell you that these guys were vicious racists. Here's MLK quoting the founding documents, talking about his hero, Abraham Lincoln, a Republican president, the founder, the forger of the Republican Party. And then here he is saying something that would make your modern-day communist leftists skin crawl. They'd retreat like a vampire in the sunlight. He says, and I quote, I just played you the clip, "I have 4 kids, and I don't want you to judge them by their skin color because that is irrelevant. It should be illegal based on our founding documents. I want you to judge them by the content of their character. Are they good people? Are they good Americans? Are they contributing to this great country? Has anyone in the modern Democratic Party gone back and watched this speech? Here's MLK going in on which states, on which party, which one? Ask yourself, it was Democrats. The Democrat Party was the party of slavery. The Democrat Party, the party of Jim Crow and segregation and racism and institutionalized government segregation, using the power and the gun of government to segregate people, to hurt people. This was what MLK was ranting and railing against in his most famous speech, inarguably one of the most famous speeches in American history. MLK, on that spot, there is a massive plaque. If you go to Washington, D.C., you can stand there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk a lot about American history and the complexity of it, but let us not mistake the words of the man himself. The disgraceful acts of these sickening tyrants in the Democrat Party, these people who defile the legacy of MLK, they defile the legacy of this nation. These despicable, fascistic, disgusting segregationists and racists themselves, back at it. The old Democratic Party can't shake what their old bonds that bring that party together. Man, oh man. Wait till you see what Nancy Pelosi did on MLK's memorial. Disgusting. Wait till you hear this psychotic meltdown from a woman who's in charge of the slimmest majority in House history, with a Senate with the slimmest majority, no mandate. She is railing against, on MLK Day, she is railing against the country not giving her fascistic powers to rig all elections in perpetuity for her party, the party of segregationists and Jim Crow and slavery. This woman should hang her head in a bag. 1, because she is so embarrassing. 2, because it would keep her away from the martini glasses. And 3, because of the history of her party. She should be doing nothing but apologizing on MLK Day for the despicable history of the Democratic Party. Instead, she goes on an unhinged, megalomaniacal rant because she's not able to get exactly what she wants. What a bitter child. Listen to this.
Our democracy, because nothing less is at stake than our democracy. This is about suppressing the vote. It's about nullifying the elections, which Dr. King talked about that day. Nullifying the election. It's about just doing so many things to be obstacles to participation. That's wrong. The truth is, that's wrong. And this family and John Lewis, and so beautifully that this bill is named for him, but the first bill, he wrote the first 300 pages of what is now called freedom to vote. And as has been indicated by the King family, this bill is supported by all of the Democrats, House and Senate. It's just a filibuster in a way. So in a way, if you really truly want to honor Dr. King, don't dishonor him by using a congressional custom as an excuse for protecting our democracy. We have no right to honor this family, to visit the monument. Imagine 36 years old, left this earth in such a way that he has a monument on the mall along with Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all of them with tears in their eyes for the departure from our democracy that is happening right now, unless the truth is acknowledged and this legislation is passed. And with that, I want to yield to our am I introducing? Mm-hmm. Our distinguished.
Okay, so first off, don't let Nancy Pelosi drink any more of like the little mini bottles of vodka while she's on her private jet to come in to give a speech. That's rule number one. Number two is, how dare you? How dare you? You said that the monuments to the founders, like the Washington Monument and the Jefferson Monument, those are monuments on the wall. You said that those people are crying because of the filibuster? Lady, those people invented the Senate, the cooling saucer of democracy. The purpose of the Senate was not to have a majoritarian rule. It was to give every state, regardless of size, the same number of senators. The filibuster was created almost instantly after the Senate's inception in order to stop majoritarian rule, tyranny of the slimmest majorities. And by the way, you asshats don't have a majority. There is 52, so there's 100 senators, 52 of them don't want to get rid of the filibuster. It's amazing that 48 of them do. All of them should be primaried and lose their seats, but they don't want to get rid of the filibuster. So you don't have a majority in anything. It's a bipartisan consensus against you. What the hell are you talking about? These psychotic rantings of this person. And this is what's happening. It's getting worse. I've told you for a long time. It's getting worse. Wait till you see what Joe Biden has to say. Joe Biden said something even, like, Joe Biden's video today was beyond. Beyond. Check this out.
From the January 6th insurrection to the onslaught of Republicans' anti-voting laws in a number of states. It's no longer just about who gets to vote. It's about who gets to count the vote and whether your vote counts at all. It's about two insidious things: voter suppression and election subversion. In his time, through his courage, his conviction, and his commitment, Dr. King held a mirror up to America and forced us to answer the question, where do we stand? Whose side are we on? We're in another moment right now where the mirror is being held up to America, being held up again. The question being asked again, where do we stand? Whose side are we on? Will we stand against voter suppression, yes or no? Will we stand against election subversion, yes or no? Will we stand up for an America where everyone is guaranteed the full protections and the full promise of this nation, yes or no? I know where I stand, and it's time for every elected official in America to make it clear where they stand. It's time for every American to stand up, speak out, be heard. Where do you stand? Whose side are you on? On this day of remembrance, service, and action, may God bless Dr. and Mrs. King and their family. And may God bless you all. May God protect our troops.
What a despicable, diseased old man. What a disgraceful. This guy stood with KKK Grand Wizard and Grand Cyclops Robert Byrd in the Senate and called him one of his best friends. This is a guy that said if you didn't vote for him, you ain't black to African Americans. This is a man who tried to slander and absolutely defile Clarence Thomas while Clarence Thomas was trying to make it to the Supreme Court.
Where do you stand? Whose side are you on?
Whose side are you on? To your fellow Americans? Just because we won't give you unconstitutional control of all of our elections? Have you listened to these people? I mean, do you even like take a moment and like listen to what they have, like what they're saying? This is just galaxy brain levels of fascistic demagoguery. Such asshat. Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free and it keeps us going, it keeps us growing, and it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.